Everybody has a podcast.
What up? Monday night. Again, it's 9:33. Got my Raiders playing the Detroit Lions, and they're losing like I knew they would. I hope I picked Detroit. I'm pretty sure I did. Because I told myself, folks, I ain't picking no more Raiders games, goddamn. Fuck them. They are cursed. However, the Detroit Lions are cursed, but they're doing better this season. So I don't know. Let's see. They're 5-2. God damn. That I did not know, folks. I hope all you guys had a great weekend. Welcome. Episode 120, guys.
J.Wiggy, take out the trash!
Good news, Grant Mills. I can confirm you did, in fact, pick Detroit. So, confirmed your suspicions there. Picks we'll get into later. We can take as much time as you want. I do not want to get into them right now because some of them are really bad.
Rough week. I know I missed a lot of them on both.
Yeah,
Bros. Pretty
rough
bad.
week, but I think you and I spoke. You've got to shoot for the underdogs at this point in the season. And if you watch some college football this weekend, and I know you did, there were some good fights. I mean, not a lot of underdogs came out on top, but there was definitely some good scraping by games. I still think we're going to see some upsets in the coming weeks, but I've said that all season, so what the fuck do I know? Yeah. So how about that cold weather today?
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, finally a little.
It's supposed to go back to like 75 later on this week, though.
Yeah, I think Saturday we're looking at a 72, 70 high, 50 low. So nice and cool at night. I wouldn't say quite chilly, but trying to grab a... do you say bless you, excuse you? Or?
We're men. We say fuck it. We don't care.
Well,
That's
fuck it
for us.
You know it is.
It's like, what are you doing?
She's She usually would join in on the burping. I think she's pretty burp friendly. She's been around me long enough, and I've hosted the wacky pack of crew members over here plenty of times. She knows we're all burping and farting and shit. She did tell me this weekend when we get together, looking forward to that. Keep it outside. Keep the burps and the smoke and the drinking out there.
We don't ever smoke inside, do we? Oh, okay. So not in the foyer or what? The not foyer. What is that? Not in the room. We got to keep the
the sunroom. She doesn't mind if we do it there. She just didn't want it coming inside. So she said, if you're going to be smoking out there, don't be coming in and out. And I said, well, we will be. So
what? Okay, that's cool. I can smoke outside, man. Ain't no big deal for me.
No, I'm just clowning.
I need to get some more, man. I'm getting low there, man. I have a sneaking suspicion when I call the weed man, he's gonna be like, I'm out of town or some shit. I hope not, but
oh yeah, that got a nice cigar. Jarvis Beavers got me for my birthday. I haven't smoked. I was actually gonna do it at the Alabama-Tennessee game, and the opportunity actually did not present itself. So maybe saving that for this weekend because that one actually. Did you see that one that he got? It's like a little glass tube and packed all nice. Smells really good. I kind of distanced myself from cigars. I had a few good ones, several bad ones in a row. So I kind of took a little break off of smoking those. But man, this time of year when it is kind of cool outside and you got a little heater or something, it's always nice to go out there with a little bourbon at night.
Now you're not supposed to inhale any cigars. Is that right?
You are not supposed to inhale a cigar. No. So it's
okay.
Yeah. I still try to. I don't ever inhale it, but I probably pull a little harder than most. Probably harder than you should on it to try to get a little bit of smoke in there. But I don't want to just pick them out.
How was your weekend?
It was good. We had a good weekend. Had a Halloween party went to. That was pretty fun. Did that Saturday night. Had some kid time, pumpkin set up. Everybody's getting ready for Halloween tomorrow. Happy Halloween to all of you guys, to all those who celebrate. So really getting everybody in gear, kind of cramming it all in one weekend. Halloween party, final costume adjustments for the children, getting them ready for school this week. They do Halloween days and stuff the first 2 days. So all that kind of stuff. And then after that, man, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So, but one step at a time. It was a Halloween weekend. How about yourself, Grant Mills? Anything exciting go on?
Happy Halloween. So, I really didn't do too much, man. I was, no. Didn't do too much, man. Really didn't leave the house. Really watched the games, man. What the hell are you doing? Loading a gun back there?
I can't believe you heard that. I should have muted myself. I was opening a little Ziploc wrapper.
Oh,
yeah, nothing exciting in there. No green.
No green, no pills, no motherfucking cocaine. I love it.
Good song.
What up, Whis?
What I do with?
I'm
Joe again?
Yeah, me and Bobby went to some parties and stuff.
Oh, okay. Did you dress up?
Yeah, we went to a regular game and Andy, yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
God.
That's cute.
I know it is, dumbasses. It's pretty cool.
Oh, man. Raggedy Ann and Andy, okay. It's not really original, though.
It was still pretty fun. We had a good time. We was drinking Jello shots and hanging out with my friends and shit.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you got other friends, huh?
I don't just hang out with y'all, you dumbasses. I'm kind of a multicultural man. I hang out with everybody.
What does that mean?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Multicultural.
I'm a man of people, yeah.
Okay, that's dumb.
When I was playing Nintendo, I was playing around with that fire, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I mean, you're not from the streets like me.
Okay. All right. Well, I did have sex with a girl this weekend, though. But that is
Oh.
one thing I did do.
Oh, that's one thing you did do this weekend. Got out of the house for that, or she came over. How'd that go?
It was all right. It was all right. She has one big titty and one small titty. Her friends call her Biggie Small.
I chuckled.
That's kind of funny.
We're going to start rating these. Me and Whis will team up on that. I'm going to give that one a 6 out of 10.
Hey, that's like a 5, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's man, I'm glad for the colder weather. You know,
Yeah. It's going to be
wondering if it's gonna go in and out here. Are we gonna fucking get some after this week?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
hopefully we'll actually get a little fall weather before it gets bitterly cold. So it'd be nice if it warms up, man, because I went, took a little walk outside yesterday, and it was up to 84, 85, and it was miserable. And so today, what did it even get down to today? It felt like 40s almost tonight, but I can't tell if I'm just being a sissy because it's been warm so long, and when it's finally cold, I'm just overhyping it. But I think the weekend weather we're having is going to be nice. 70, 50, should be pretty pleasant. So hopefully it'll stay in that zone.
Well, that would be cool,
You know what? I actually thought about you, Grant Mills. I actually did some wings this weekend. Did a little test run on some wings because was going to make some for this upcoming weekend. Do you ever... I know you've cooked just about everything. You ever get down on wings or make them? Or
I have not. So you went and got some raw wings from the stove and got some seasonings and sauce?
I did, actually. So I wanted to try a couple of different ways. I like mine crispy. I like them fall off the bone.
Well, let me ask you this. How do you do your wings? Do you do a full wing or do you cut them up at the joints?
So this is pretty new to me. I've made wings before, but it's been a long time. So watched some YouTube, read some recipes, talked to my wife because she does a lot of cooking and she's made some wings before. And I bought these already cut up. So they already had
nice.
Yeah, you pay a little more, but man, they're ready. And I also just wanted to do a little test drive with some different sauces. So I figured I would do 3 this weekend. So I think it came with like 12 wings in the pack, like $8. I wanted to do some naked ones, just basic crispy wings, you know, the kind you want to just dip with the seasoning on them. Same thing on the next 2, except I dipped them in sauces, coated them. I did a mild sauce and a tangy barbecue. And the mild was really good. So this was, I think, the Frank's Red Hot mild sauce, so it's still not like a basic mild. It's still got a little pop to it. But the naked ones came out really crispy and really good. And then the mild came out good. The tangy barbecue, man, it's just too messy, I think.
So did you air fry them?
Actually, oven baked them. Baked them in the oven. Try to do, and even this week, after I did them, I actually bought went and got some new pans, new oven, like the racks that go in there, so I can try to do a lot more. I'd like to make some this weekend for our guests coming over, hanging out. You'll be in that group, of course. And so hopefully trying to perfect the recipe. So I did do that. That was I didn't have sex with a girl this weekend with 2 different sized titties. But I did have 3 different flavored wings and was pretty pleased with them overall, man. But I could not take any credit. I think this day and age, it was watching YouTube. If you can follow some motherfucker's instructions that does them a lot more than me, they came out pretty good. I'll let you be the judge, and we'll revisit that next week, though. So, but pretty proud so far.
What did you season them with besides the sauce?
Pretty simple. I think when I do revisit that, it had seasoned salt. I found this, and I can't remember the brand. It escapes me, but it was basic seasoning salt. So kind of some garlic powder, salt, of course, a little paprika in there. I believe that's what was on the ingredients. Then, of course, a pretty heavy dose of pepper and, baking powder, flour. And I think that was it. That seasoning salt was good, but I do think I could have been a little more generous with that. And then I believe it was Frank's Red Hot sauce. I think it was tangy barbecue.
Now, did you mix that with butter or did you just go straight up sauce?
Just went straight up sauce. Would you recommend trying the butter out, or what do you think?
That's how I've always heard wing sauce, to hot sauce and butter. And Also, a good touchdown. I want to work on this too, but like it incorporate. I have to have a food item with it too, I guess. But like your own homemade ranch, you got to do that too.
I saw somebody make that on YouTube, man. That looked really good.
Homemade ranches are way better than the store bought shit.
It's funny you said that because I don't particularly like ranch when it's store bought from a bottle. Don't know why, but I've had it homemade before.
Because it's got too much vinegar in it. That's why you don't like it.
I guarantee it. Because that's
They have to put a lot of that in there to preserve it. But if you do it at home, you can make a way better, like a more one that's got kick to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like finish isn't so tangy. It's got too much tang on it. It's got vinegar in it, man. Too much vinegar in there, man.
Yeah,
Fucks
you know how
flavor.
You know how we'd be feeling about vinegar around y'all.
Yeah, so I don't do any store bought, but I would like to do some homemade. But then, like I said, I'd have to have something to put it on, like wings or something. So that's like a 2-in-1.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like, when you have people over, wings, especially for football in this time of year, always a good go-to.
I'm surprised your wife doesn't make some kind of homemade ranch, man.
You know what? I'm kind of surprised too. I need to ask her if she's ever tried it. I might have to do that because she's a pretty good cook, and as much as she's made different things and likes to experiment in the kitchen, I'm wondering if she's either tried it before or if it's something she'd be interested. I might have her try to get down. So I'm going to try to recruit her to make a couple extra little things this week. I'm not going to make a huge spread, but I'm going to put a decent amount of food. I'm thinking the wings, maybe some sausage, maybe bring back some pizzelles. I thought those were a pretty big hit.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah, good stuff. That way everybody has a little bit. But man, wings, it was fun to make them too. I kind of liked experimenting with them a little bit. They tasted good. I just couldn't, I could not get down and wrap my head around prices of everything now. I know inflation, but man, I'm just so oblivious to 20 years passing me by. I'm still used to, quarter wing night somewhere. And now, a tray at Hooters, like $60-$70.
Oh yeah.
So, but they were pretty good. I'll let you guys be the judge of that this weekend. I think I'm going to go maybe just the mild. I think everybody would like those, but pretty good. Pretty fun to give it a try. I will, again, come back to that. We'll circle back next week and let you and Jarvis and everybody have he ain't coming up. Hugh, Whis, LD, Duck. I'll be the judge of the wings.
Wing time. Woo. And college. We were just talking about some college football. Pro football. Man, how the fuck Kansas City got beat by Denver? Another one of my picks that went to hell.
Yeah. Picks were all over the place. I watched a little bit of that. Could not wrap my head around it. College, I couldn't wrap my head around half the games that played. Auburn actually looked pretty impressive this weekend.
Played Mississippi State, though, right?
They did. Yeah, they did, but they actually learned how to adopt the forward pass in their game, which was surprising considering the weeks before. Kansas knocking off Oklahoma. I knew we'd have an upset. I called it last week, but I made such a bold statement on 4 games saying one of these or most of these might have an upset in them. We had one of them, Kansas knocking off Oklahoma. But a lot of good games, man.
I know I called that one wrong for sure.
I did too. That was our first one we talked about last week, and I even said, Kansas, Oklahoma. So, and then Florida and Georgia, you and I both went Florida, and they didn't even show up to fucking play.
That's pretty dumb, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why I picked the fucking Florida to win. Damn.
I thought they would have it in them. I think this week will be a little. Georgia's got Mizzou, who has played surprisingly well, but it's at Georgia, and Georgia is riding. If I'm correct, I think they're at 25 in their win streak. Alabama holds the top 3 spots at 28 apiece. I think they also hold the next one, which is 26. So, yeah, no good if. Listen, I respect Georgia. I damn sure would want Missouri to upset them so they don't intrude on Alabama's streaks.
Alabama's defense looks really, really good.
Yeah. Defense.
Tennessee could have won that game. We're not going to talk about a couple of things in that game, but they didn't, though. So thank God. But if they would have done a couple of things in that game, they might have gotten Bama. And that's why I'm worried about next week's LSU or this week's LSU matchup, because I think that if I don't know, Brian Kelly or the was it the OC? Yeah, the OC would have. I think they're gonna call. They'll take some chances.
Oh yeah, they have nothing to lose. 6-2. They're likely not playing for a title. Never
Dangerous.
say never, but no two-loss team has been in at this point. You're at Alabama. And let's just be honest. I mean, if a coach wins at Alabama, especially, obviously in the SEC, you love that. That's a high watermark for a coach. That's what Auburn wants to do every year. So if Brian Kelly does it back-to-back years, that definitely really sets a precedent for him, how good he's going to be as a coach. But I think it also catapults LSU into the West. So dangerous game this week. Alabama coming off a bye. I think that helps them a lot. Jaden Daniels, man, great quarterback, though. Only 3 interceptions on the season. Alabama historically does not do well with a mobile quarterback. I think Manziel, that was some tough years. They did beat him the second time around, but yeah, it'll be a good game. Glad to have everybody over. Nice night game in Tuscaloosa, 6:45 kickoff. If you're gonna watch it and win, it's best to celebrate with your friends. But unfortunately, if they do lose, it's best to drown your sorrows with the homies.
True that, and
Just looked at the over/under this week. It's 60. You think it's gonna be over 60
Ooh.
or under 60?
Under.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I'm gonna take the under all day.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. They could get into a shootout though. Jaden Daniels fast, mobile quarterback. Milrose kind of finding his spot. Never know. I would take the under though.
True that. Man, let me ask you this:
Please.
Haunted house or haunted trail?
Ooh, did not see that question coming, and it is a great-looking question. I have been to both in my day as a big Halloween enthusiast. Oh, God. I don't think anything beats a classic haunted house, but I've been to a couple of really good haunted trails, but I'm going to err towards haunted house. How do you feel about that?
Haunted trail is crazy shit. I mean, I've heard of people getting killed on those damn things, like for real. So I would go with haunted trails because they're fucking crazy. I ain't never heard of nobody getting killed at a haunted house, but I've heard about a couple of people getting killed on a haunted trail. So yeah, I've been on both too, and the haunted trail is way more scary. I guess because you're outside, and I don't know, man. It's just a fucking trail out in the woods,
I like the elements of the haunted trail better than the haunted house. Being out in the open, especially deep south, the woods, there's something about that gives it a little more creepy vibe to me. Been to some good haunted houses though, and I've been to some really, really, really shitty ones as well.
Did you like Aatrox on it? Because is it not around anymore? Because I ain't seen any kind of commercials or anything.
It's around. It's still around. I've went about
really try to fucking promote the fuck out of it though.
I think
I haven't heard anything this year.
I wonder if they've just slowed down because they've stayed so popular. They did do local news. I know that for a fact. Got an in there. But you don't really see I wonder how radio commercials would even do anymore, being such a sluggish media outlet.
People still...
Yeah, I guess people get down. But yeah, Aatrox is one of my favorites. I've just gone so many times. I know they change it a little bit every year. They still have a lot of the same elements. I actually met the guy that owns that. It's bizarre because he's such he's not how you would think he would be. Very businessman, very polished. But maybe
so is that all he does, or does he have like a bunch of other businesses or something?
My understanding, that's all he does now. He came from a business background for a big Alabama company, but I believe Aatrox is his bread and butter now. And man, if you're working really 6 weeks out of the year, I know you got to keep it and maintain it year round, but dude, what a good gig. That's something we need to get down on.
Yeah, I don't know. I think about insurance and liability and all that shit when it comes to that.
Yeah, they're pretty... We went behind the scenes a couple of years ago not all the way, but for a lot, man. There's a lot into it, mostly with the fire suppression and things like that. But I don't think it's as bad as you think, especially if you're just starting out with him, how big he is. I think it's probably a little more, but man, you make a lot of money. Their tickets are not cheap. I'm actually looking at their website now, and let's take a look. They actually continue to go into November 10th and 11th. They're having an event called Lights Out with glow sticks in total darkness. Sounds like a rave. Tickets start at $28 for the haunted house, and for the glow event, $30. So $28 a piece. You know you're not going alone. You're usually going in groups. So most groups, he's gonna make at least $100, man. I think he's raking it in. Have you been to it?
Not lately. I'm trying to think of the last time, man. It's probably been 10 years since I've been there. It's been a long time.
Did you ever go when it was Slane Manor before it was actually Atrox?
No. I went to JC's haunted house before.
Oh, that was terrible. Did we go with Jarvis Beavers years ago? I think that was us.
I don't know if that was us. I know I went with a couple of biatches one time, but I don't know if that was. Yeah, I don't know if we went one time. I don't think I was on that one with you and Jarvis though.
Okay, that was. I don't think that was us. We did go one time.
It wasn't Vito with y'all?
I think so. Yeah, he was. 100%.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I think it was you, Vito, and him, and then some bitches or something.
Yeah, you know what? I think that was the same Halloween we went to the remodeled grocery store where Vito threw himself on a car. And then Jarvis, the famous quote came up.
Damn it, yeah, I definitely wasn't there for that because I would have remembered.
Oh, you can't forget that one. That's where we got tricked. We went to a old grocery store that they remodeled into a quote unquote haunted house, but it turned out to be one of those hell houses where
the Christian.
Yeah, it threw us off so much.
Oh
man, it was very, very unexpected because everybody's talking about how scary it was and what they heard. And this is right before, social media got big, actually probably a couple of years. So you don't know what to expect. Reviews on things are very, very limited. So we were just told it's a really creepy haunted house. Went over there. We're outside waiting. Huge line. Vito jumps on his girlfriend's car at the time, acting crazy. Jarvis is dating a girl with the penis head haircut. You remember the
the bowl cut?
Yeah, the bowl cut that angles down. Yeah.
Jarvis
Beaver, I ain't going inside that spooky house. We were all dying, laughing. I don't even think he ended up going in because I think the girl he brought got scared, which is funny because it was the least scary thing in there. Vito and I go in, and it was just terrible. It was just scenes. They had them almost like small mini plays. Like you go in there, and there's two people fighting or pretending to argue, and one shoots the other with a blank gun. And after drinking or some shit, it's like, this is the dangers of drinking and firearms. And you go to the next scene, and it's like teenagers, teenage pregnancy or something. So,
damn Christian edutainment.
Yeah, they handed us pamphlets at the end. I handed mine right back. Told them I didn't want to waste it. Felt like I had just wasted all my money. So that one was a letdown. I wonder if they still do those hell houses. Did you ever go to a hell house?
No.
Yeah, well, you're not missing out.
No, I never went to one of those, but I remember hearing about them though, because I thought y'all had went to JC's on that one. Now I didn't know it was a hell house.
Well, we went to JC's, I think, that same year. I don't know if it was the same night, and it very well could have been. I believe it might. I would have to check with them. My memory, after many years of doing stupid shit, is absolutely shot. But the JC's, I remember it very well because the house was cool outside, and you may remember since you've been, the house looks pretty intimidating. It's pretty creepy downtown, but man, it felt like we were in there 2 minutes and walked right the fuck back out. It was very lame and fast. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of weird about haunted houses. They're cool, but I don't get into them like some people.
What about Sloss Furnace? Did you ever go down to Fright Furnace?
I think so. I think I did, but I'm not totally sure about that one. Did you go to that?
Yeah, I actually worked there briefly in high school one night. My mom was not, I couldn't drive yet. I think I was 15. and worked there as a clown in a clown maze. They put me in the clown maze, and I had to pretend to be a statue among other actually fake statues. Then when people popped out, I'd be like, "Bleh." It was cool, but I got out at like 1:00, and I was in high school, and my mom had to come and pick me up, and she was like, "This isn't gonna fly. You're not coming back." So, yeah, I had gone a couple of times. Yeah, it's okay. I think with as cool as Sloss Furnace is, they could do a lot more with it. But it's just I feel like you're right. Aatrox, it's been there forever. Sloss Furnace, I don't really know any others around here, but man, $30 a pop. Then if I take the kids and the wife, we're already looking at $100 to sit in line, wait on shit that we've already done before. I love them. I like the vibe. Absolutely love Halloween, but I just can't afford to keep recycling the same haunted houses that I've already been to a couple of times.
So what are y'all doing? Are y'all doing the trick or treat this year with both kids, or like in the neighborhood, or what?
Yeah, the neighborhood goes pretty hard, I think, for Halloween. It's a nice little walk-in neighborhood, got the sidewalk, so we'll let the kids... we split up here and there. I like to stay at home, hand out candy too. My wife will take the kids out, let them knock on some doors, trick or treat, get some candy. I'll raid their candy later, and then she may come back, let me take them the other way, and she'll hand out candy. So that's probably the plan. It gets pretty busy around here. Some people, a lot of the older folks don't really get into it, turning their lights off and shit. So if you want to come over and hand out some candy, be our guest.
Candy time. Would you like some candy, little girl?
Oh God, Ryan.
Fun times, everyone.
I was going to ask you, you've lived in apartments and the condos and stuff, and I thought about that in New York. Do people trick-or-treat in multi-unit buildings?
No. There's not really any kids here, though.
Okay. That makes
Especially like young professionals or like older people. Females with dogs. So, but usually there's something going on at like the bar down the street. I'm not gonna go though, man. I'm just, I'm not feeling it, man. I don't care. Maybe I should, but I just don't. I don't want to. I don't give a shit.
Go out and get you a nice Halloween cocktail or beer, but it's on a Tuesday too. I've seen talk where people have suggested changing Halloween to the last Saturday of the month, and I'm not for that because I think you got to honor the traditional October 31st. It ends the month, close with something scary, and then we're into the holiday season. Damn it! Ugh. But at the same time, man, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on the idea. I believe in tradition. I believe in the 31st. But also, man, having it on the last Saturday, it'd just be so much more fun for everybody.
Yeah, it would be. You could kind of party and do your thing, which I guess people did that this past weekend. But yeah, no, I like Halloween. They're really big on it, dude. I don't go to parties or anything like a lot of people do. Just I don't know.
We've got a good friend, you know him. He throws a Halloween party every year. He does a really good job. I'll have to ask him next year. He's always got room for more. Got a nice house, and we'll see if we can all get down there. Oh God, y'all are never coming back, assholes. Y'all get together. We've thought about doing a Halloween party, but it just hasn't come up yet. We usually go to his, and that kind of gets our Halloween party fixed. But holiday season coming up after this, Grant Mills. You got any holiday plans this year? I don't, so me and you can make some and do some homies.
I'd like to. Actually, I had to take next week. Next week I had to take next week off because not for any real reason other than I got to take the time or I lose it type of deal.
Ooh, yeah.
So I forgot. I'm bad about forgetting about that shit during the. If you don't have a family, man, you kind of you don't really look at that. When you have a family, you know you're gonna keep more. You're gonna be more attentive to your vacation time, kind of plan it out because you gotta do shit with the kids or the wife, and you're gonna be more organized with it. But man, yeah, being single, man, I just fucking forgot about this shit. I'm like, oh God, I gotta take my floating holiday and my weekend shit. I'm like, I'll just go ahead and take it next week. I don't know. Maybe I'll drive down the beach and see Jarvis or something.
You know what? You should.
Yeah, he told me to, but I don't know. I drive every fucking day. I don't really want to drive, dude. And then a rock hit my fucking windshield, dude, and got a goddamn crack in that bitch now. And I'm like, motherfucker. Because I was like, I was going to tint the windows and shit. And then I drive so much, man, that like this shit happens. So I'm like, God damn it. I don't know.
You got to be calling Safe Flight.
Man, I hate going over there, dude. I had to do that the other one time, man. It was a pain in the ass.
Taking that windshield out
anyway,
and shit.
Yeah, I had to get it replaced and some other shit, so it was pretty stupid. But
I don't know if Jarvis still got some good weather going on. Taking some time, going down there and chilling for a couple of days wouldn't be the worst thing.
Nah, I should, but yeah, I should. But you know what we should do?
What should we do?
News time. Woohoo! Well, this weekend, I'm not going to get too, about this, but Matt Perry passed away. And I know nobody here really likes Friends except me, but I'm a big Friends guy, so I watched it during the first run. I still watch it. I got it on Prime. I got every episode. Sometimes I'll just put it on there and kind of do stuff around the house. Not really watch it, but just have it on, because there's really nothing ever on TV when it's not football season. So yeah, he passed this weekend, man. Funny fucker. And, man, rest in peace, Matt Perry. So that's all I'll really say about that. But
rest in peace.
Yeah. In other news, we got some weird news, and we got some video game news. Now, I'm trying to decide. Should I go to the video game news, or the weird news? Let's go ahead and go to the video game news, right? Yeah, now, Five Nights at Freddy's. Did you ever play this? This was a video game at first?
Yeah, my nephews love it. I've never played it, but they told me about it, and they absolutely love it.
It's like a horror movie now.
Yeah, creepy.
And it looks like it's doing pretty good. So it's got, well, let me take that back. It's got some negative reviews, but it's making money at the box office. So this one's by Zach Zwing. Looks like this horror film is beating out classic franchises like Halloween and Scream after its first big weekend. So after just one weekend in theaters, Five Nights at Freddy's is already breaking records and ranking up an impressive 130 million at the global box office since releasing on October 27th to less than stellar reviews. Following years of rumors and development, the long-anticipated Five Nights at Freddy's movie is finally out. The film is based on the incredibly popular horror games, featuring scary animatronics that hunt down protagonists at night. When we first heard about the film all the way back in 2015, or heard about a SNES film all the way back in 2015, it took nearly a decade to get this movie going or made, because the creator and developer this shit's written weird. Anyway,
Damn it! Where are we going with this?
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't read right. Anyway, so let's just go to this. And now, after all the work, it's out, right? Just in time for Halloween, folks. Now, if you ask some people, the scariest thing about FNAF, or Five Nights at Freddy's, might be its very low Rotten Tomato score, but that hasn't stopped the creepy adaptation from setting numerous box office records and making a ton of money over its opening weekend. So it looks like it's a PG-13, which, man, I feel like if it's a horror movie, it should be R.
I agree.
Starring Josh Hutcherson. I don't know who the fuck is Josh Hutcherson. Closed out its opening weekend with an impressive 80 million in North America and 130 million globally. Keep in mind, this film only cost 20 million to make, so they're already making that cashola. So, have you? Are you gonna go see this?
No, probably not. But I do need to get back to the movie theater and see some movies. It's been a minute. We need to have a homies movie night.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
feel like haven't seen anything that's really appealed to my interest. But I would fuck it. I'd give it a try though if anybody wanted to go and see it.
yeah, it's kind of like you said. I don't know what the hell we'd go see. There's no really good movies out that I know of or have seen being advertised, if you will.
No.
But man, maybe you can go to one of those newer um, theaters. Got all the shit in them, man.
Yeah,
All
you've
the
been the one over there by Roger Harry, that Vestavia Theater.
I don't think so.
I haven't been to it, but my better half has, and she told me it's nice. They've got the recliner seats, leather, all fancy, nice. I believe they wait on you too. Like they actually.
Oh yeah, you can get
bring.
like wine and stuff in there.
Yeah, I've been to one out in AZ before, ages ago when that first became a popular thing, and you pick your seats before you actually have like an assigned seat, and you have a recliner and can get a cocktail. It was pretty cool, man. I really liked it, so I wouldn't mind getting down on something like that. But I just wouldn't want to spend that money on the experience for a movie I don't even give a shit about.
True. Man. Well, the Switch 2 could look like one of the Nintendo. Switch 2 could look like one of Nintendo's classic handhelds. Did you ever have a 3DS back in the day?
I did not.
This one's by Isaiah Colbert. The 3DS looking device splits into two and has an external screen because. All right. Nintendo recently filed a patent for a handheld device with a design that might surprise you. The patent reveals a handheld that looks a lot less than what you thought of the upcoming Switch 2 and more like the 3DS if it had a third screen. The patent, first spotted by Game Rant, shows schematics for a dual screen device that can operate like a 3DS, which flips open to reveal two playable screens when joined with an extra exterior touchscreen that works even when the device is shut. The handheld can also be split into two separate devices, according to GameIndustry.biz. Nintendo submitted the patenting application for the handheld on November 11, 2022, which could hint at what the company envisions for the next generation of gaming devices. So, oh yeah, I'm looking at this thing or the pictures, and I don't know, it looks kind of or whatever. I'm guessing it's gonna have a dock and everything like the other one, or why wouldn't you? There's not a date or anything for the Switch 2. There's nothing. So this is, but we'll see. Stay tuned on that.
Stand by.
Yeah, stand by for more news on the Switch 2, and hopefully it'll be cool. Hopefully they'll somehow change it into a next gen system, but I'm kind of doubtful about that. But they need to do some shit like that because, I mean, why not? You know, you need to compete with the other big dogs.
Yeah.
The big dogs.
Get down.
The big dogs. So oh man, got another. Not really. I don't know. Maybe this is a world record. A 92-year-old man hikes Grand Canyon rim to rim by Ben Hooper. A 92-year-old man who went on a rim-to-rim hike. It sounds almost dirty.
I was about to
The
say.
Grand Canyon is believed to be the oldest person to ever complete such a trek. Alfredo Aliaga was born in Spain and was accompanied on his hike by his daughter, North Carolina resident Annabelle Aliaga Bocchino, his son-in-law Jorgen Bergino, and a pair of volunteer witnesses on his 24-mile trek. Man, 21 hours of hiking. Whew.
God damn. Ooh.
That sounds not fun. Aliaga, who had previously hiked the Grand Canyon several times, was greeted by a crowd of 100 supporters as his hike came to a close. It was wonderful, Aliaga told Fox TV stations. I was saying, okay, Alfredo, you made it. It was really unique. Aliaga is now believed to be the oldest person to cross the Grand Canyon rim to rim on foot, a record currently held by John Jumka, who was 91, and he did that in March. Like I said, whether or not he is awarded the Guinness World Records title, he's planning to hike the Grand Canyon again next year. Wow. Okay, that's cool. You've been to the Grand Canyon, right?
I was going to ask you the same. I have been twice, and I've been to both rims of that, the South Rim and the North Rim. Pretty impressive. I think a lot of people overlook national parks and things like that as we get older. It used to be a popular thing, pastime to check those kind of places out. Although I imagine it's still popular. But yeah, I would highly suggest if you've never been to the Grand Canyon and you get the opportunity to check it out. It's huge, obviously, the fucking Grand Canyon, but more impressive in person than you can imagine. So, have you been there before? You've checked it out or no?
I've never been there.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. I think it's worth a trip. If anybody's ever out that way. And we went when we were in Vegas this year. I think the North Rim was only about a 2.5 hour drive. We did that little overlook, where it actually extends over the Grand Canyon.
Oh, yeah.
That thing is fucking creepy. It is high as hell up there. And it's got a glass floor you walk on over the Grand Canyon. So if you don't like heights, fucking don't do it.
Dude, I don't really like heights.
Well, don't do it.
But I'd probably still do it, though. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it takes you a second to get your mind wrapped around what the hell you're doing, because it's really weird, and your body reacts to that. At least mine did. And heights never really bothered me that much. But when you go out over on this big horseshoe overlook, and it's a glass floor, and I cannot remember how high exactly it was, but 1,000+ feet up in the air, and you're looking straight down at that through glass, you get weak in the knees, you get trembly, you get a little anxiety going. I was hugging the side of the rail for quite some time, and it took me a second to step out there, and I did not imagine that's how I would have been. But once I felt comfortable with it, it wasn't too bad. It was fun. Definitely a good memory.
Oh,
what to do?
My balls will be tingling, y'all.
Yeah, probably me too.
Yeah, me too. Whis, you're right on that. My balls were tingly.
Arkansas's family suspects a meteorite caused a smoking hole in their deck. This one's on YouTube. Article by Ben Hooper. An Arkansas family woke up to the smell of fire. They discovered a smoking hole in their deck, which they suspect a meteorite may have been to blame. John Devane of Greenwood said he and his family awoke to the smell of smoke inside their house around 3 a.m. Sure it wasn't Whis Creever? And set about searching for the source. They discovered the smoke was coming from a hole in their deck, which had apparently caught fire. Devane said the flames had been extinguished when a corner of the family's hot tub melted from the heat, causing it to pour water onto the deck. Firefighters investigated the hole in the deck and were unable to identify the likely cause, other than it appeared that a fire had started from the ground. Devane said he and his family later sorted through the debris with a magnet and found a small magnetic rock in the hole left by the fire. The family suspects the rock might have been the remains of a meteorite, but to confirm their suspicions, it would have to be examined by the U.S. Geological Survey, a process that can take well over a year to complete. A California family had a similar experience in August when a ball of ice fell out of the sky and crashed through the roof of John LeClaire's house in Big Bear. The family said they weren't able to get any answers as to whether the bowling ball-sized ice chunk was the remains of a meteorite or if it had fallen from a passing airplane. Man, that's crazy.
I saw that picture. It definitely looks like a meteorite. Well, a meteorite hole that struck the deck. It was definitely odd. So.
Definitely crazy shit. They need a real big one to come and just wipe this whole fucking earth back out.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's time to start over, because we definitely fucking up out here. Go and send the goddamn meteorite, asteroid, whatever. Send it right now, because it's time to hit a reset button on this shit, folks.
Yeah. The only time a meteorite's ever hit somebody, it happened in Alabama. Did you know that?
It hit somebody?
Yeah, happened to a woman named Anne Elizabeth Fowler Hodges. This was back in 1954, called the Sylacauga meteorite. And of all places, I've actually seen the sign where she actually had lived. I've been saying actually a lot tonight. I don't know why. That's like my word of the night. But yeah, true story. A meteorite hit her back in 1954. Went through the roof. She was laying on her couch, and after it bounced around, it hit her. And there's a picture of her with a big ass bruise on her. I don't see that picture right now. I think it was on her back or her leg. But there's other published reports of people getting hit by one. But this is a confirmed report, and it happened here in Alabama. So send a bigger one, wipe us all out, and we'll try again in another million years.
I like it. I like it a lot.
And a little factoid, you know how much she got for the rock? She ended up selling it. You know what? This is 1954. I still feel like she got lowballed. $500.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. She
Yeah.
could have slung that thing on eBay if it was now. Maybe got some more money or whatever.
Yeah, it's it says Ann Hodges was uncomfortable with the public attention and the stress of the dispute over ownership of the meteorite. They ended up donating it. Well, I guess they got the 500. Well, what happened? There's some weird ownership questions, but they ended up donating it. I guess they ended up getting it back and donating it to the Alabama Museum of Natural History in 1956. So if you ever want to see a meteorite that has hit somebody, there's also a slice of it at the Smithsonian, and the other portion is in the Alabama Museum of Natural History. So yeah, I wonder how often that actually happens, where meteorites, I mean, they fall every day, right?
Yes, yeah.
So wonder what's the odds in some lifetime somebody's just going to take one to the dome and get wiped out by a meteorite.
I don't know.
Things that make you go yeah.
Things that make you Oh, well, it looks like the Lions beat the Raiders 26-14. And yeah. So, bam. You like Pat McAfee?
I do. You know what? I've thought about this weekend. I was really excited for him to be on game day. I think he's really good, energetic. But man, I think he's also one of those guys. Too much of Pat McAfee is not a good thing. How do you feel about him?
I like him. I think he's a little bit bro-y, but I like him.
Yeah, I think that's the way I feel. I think most of the time, I do like him. I think his insights are good. He's a breath of fresh air. Something new, appeals to kind of, well, yeah, the bros a bit. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think that high energy constantly, I think hanging around him sometimes would just be a little much.
Yeah, he got to be on coke or something, man. He's got something
I was going to say, yeah, he's got to be Coke and Red Bulls and shit all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. He's definitely doing something there, man. I don't know.
He got the money.
What it is. I don't know what it is.
He got the money.
Yeah, that show's not bad, man. I watch the show sometimes, and I like his studio setup and stuff. It's pretty cool.
His studio setup's cool, man, and he's actually a pretty good interviewer. I think he's relatable as hell, and he's laid back, so he brings out that side in the people he interviews. Watching him interview Saban, that was a little more relaxed than you're accustomed to when you get a Nick Saban interview. Was fun. So yeah, I do like him though.
Oh, Pat McAfee, baby. Ooh. Well, let's go ahead and get into a quick break here, folks, so you can get your drink on, or get your drink, no drugs, and take the shit or a piss. Man's right back here, and we'll get into a vintage gaming review and some other shit. See you in a bit. What you drinking on tonight there, J.Wiggs?
Oh, sorry, I slid back in my seat a little late. You know what? Tonight I am just having some water. Being a good boy tonight.
Some water.
Yeah, I've got to be good. I got to go back to the doctor in the morning.
Oh, the doctor.
I know it. I got to see him. He's going to take this big ass mummified bandage off my arm and hopefully will be in a nice little bitty splint that's removable so I can actually wash my goddamn arm after 2 weeks of having it in this wrap. You're probably funky.
Ooh. Ooh. I bet it stank.
Be smelling like store-bought ranch dressing.
Ew. Ew.
So, no, I've been good. But besides my stinky ass arm, I have been thinking though. I forgot Jarvis Beavers had gotten me a nice bottle of that Monkey in Paradise vodka. You got down on that as well, didn't you? You've tried it before?
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good, man. I like it a lot. I thought about cracking that tonight, but I think I'm gonna save that for this weekend, chilling, and try to go a little bit on the vodka side. Maybe make a vodka cocktail or something like that. And you know what I saw earlier? Speaking of drinks, did you ever watch that show Deadliest Catch?
Yeah. The crab fisherman.
Yeah, great show. Loved it back in the 2000s and even beyond then. I think it was on for quite some time.
It's been like 30 years.
Yeah, man, it's a great show. I haven't got into it the past couple of years as much as I should have.
But, I remember the big fat hairy guy. I think he died though, and or something.
Was it Captain Phil? Right?
Yeah.
He had a shot that he liked to drink up in Alaska at the bar called a duck fart. And man,
I think I remember this.
Dude, those look good. I told my wife earlier, I was like, I gotta make this, and I'm going off of memory, so if I'm wrong, fuck it. But I think it's a layer of Kahlua, then a layer of Bailey's.
That already sounds bad.
Layer of Kahlua, layer of Bailey's, and then a layer of whiskey on top. So,
oh God, no!
You wouldn't get down. You don't like Kahlua?
That sounds horrible.
I may make some this weekend. I'll tell you it's not Kahlua.
Fuck no. That sounds bad. That's like coffee liqueur, right?
Yeah, it's coffee liqueur. I'm gonna double check now.
Now I'm like diarrhea. That sounds like I instantly shit myself.
Yeah, you'll be. As always, you're always welcome to. After all your duck farts, I was right. A duck fart is layered, shot with Kahlua, Bailey's Irish Cream, and whiskey. But it's got very good ratings. Is there a shot that you like, or you just want to do straight up?
I'm old school, man. Like straight up whiskey. Yeah, that's it, man. I don't do a lot of mixed drinks, man. There's too much sugar involved, man, and that doesn't feel good in the morning.
No, that's I'm still learning as I get older, trying to learn how to balance my drinking out and what I need to drink to feel better the next day. So I'm going to try to limit that this weekend. I may try to migrate to that Monkey in Paradise because I typically feel better when I have something like a vodka all night and a little bit of beer. So I'm going to pace myself this weekend. 9 o'clock. Oh, no. Always happens. So, but yeah, well, the duck fart doesn't sound like it's going over very well. We'll see. Maybe I'll bust him out anyways.
Who the hell keeps Kahlua on hand, though?
We do not. I'd have to go get some.
Yeah, that shit's nasty. I don't know anybody who fucking just drinks that shit. Oh, I got Kahlua on hand. Unless I guess you make Black Russians with them, I think. But who the fuck drinks a Black Russian? That's nasty, man.
I do not. I know me and Jarvis got down on a bunch of White Russians one night, which are pretty good, man. I like the White Russian. What the fuck's a Black Russian?
I think it's that and what else is in a fucking, I don't know. I know it's Kahlua and something else. Was it vodka?
You're gonna make me look this up. The Black Russian is a simple 2-part cocktail combining vodka and Kahlua.
Okay. Yeah, that just doesn't sound good to me.
So it's vodka and Kahlua. That doesn't sound good with to make vodka and Kahlua. Okay, yeah, I can do a shot. I don't hate Kahlua, but that doesn't sound very good.
No, it does not. Oh man, remember the Super Nintendo original. They've made so many versions of this game, and I don't think we've reviewed it here before. I know I reviewed the Switch Mario Kart 8, but the original SNES Mario Kart,
Classic.
man,
Great.
dude, I used to play the hell out of that game.
Yeah.
And they've had so many different variations on it. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Super Mario Kart. The Super Nintendo version, right?
Right.
It was a kart racing game developed and published by Nintendo for the Super Nintendo, the first game in the Mario Kart series. It was released in Japan and North America in '92, and in Europe the following year, '93. Selling 8.76 million copies worldwide, the game went on to become the fourth best-selling Super Nintendo game of all time. Super Mario Kart was re-released on the Whis Virtual Console in 2009, on the Wii U's Virtual Console in 2013, and on the new Nintendo 3DS Virtual Console in 2016. Nintendo re-released Super Mario Kart in 2017 as part of the company's Super NES Classic Edition. In Super Mario Kart, you got one of 8 Mario series characters, each with differing capabilities. In single-player mode, players can race against other computer-controlled characters in 4 multi-race cups consisting of 20 tracks, 5 in each cup, over 3 difficulty levels, 50cc, 100cc, and 150cc. During the races, offensive and speed-boosting power-ups can be used to gain an advantage. Alternatively, players can race against the clock in a time trial mode. In multiplayer mode, 2 players can simultaneously take part in the cups or can race against each other in one-on-one match race mode. In a 3rd-player multi-mode battle mode, the aim is to defeat the other players by attacking them with power-ups, destroying balloons which surround each card. Super Mario Kart received positive reviews and was praised for its presentation, innovation, and use of Mode 7 graphics. It has been ranked among the greatest video games of all time by several magazines and organizations. It is often credited with creating the kart racing subgenre of video games, leading other developers to duplicate its success. The game is seen as having been key to expanding the Mario series into non-platforming games. This diversity has led to becoming the best-selling game franchise of all time. Several sequels to Super Mario Kart have been released for consoles, handhelds, and in arcades, each enjoying critical and commercial success. While some elements have been developed throughout the series, the core experience from Super Mario Kart has remained intact. I think just about everybody played this game when it came out. Bought it. I don't know if it was ever bundled with the Super Nintendo at any point, but man, what a fun fucking game this was. The multiplayer, man, just a good game. Great game. Because of all the, if there would have been an online, but that wasn't really happening back then. But yeah, man. And then the new one is good too, but I think I already reviewed that one. You got 2 single player modes, GP and time trial. In GP, 1 player is required to race against 7 computer controlled characters in a series cup of 5 races, which are called cups. Ba-da-ba-doom. Pretty simple stuff here, folks. I did replay this again, and it was still fun, man. I could play this one for hours, which sometimes that is not the case with some games. And I feel like this one you could probably play with your kids if you had them too, even though the new one, you know, it's a lot better, but still, this one's still fun.
Yeah, great game.
Yeah, so
I think it was packaged with a couple of consoles. I want to say it was, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I mean everybody's played this, man. I don't really have to go into the gameplay. It was produced by Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto and directed by Tadashi Sugiyama. How the hell you direct a video game? Oh, and Hideki Kano. The development team set out to produce a racing game capable of displaying two players on the same game screen simultaneously, in contrast to the single-player game F-Zero, which was also a cool game. This led to simpler tracks than those of F-Zero, creating an initial emphasis on a two-player experience is the reason for the game's horizontal split screen during single player. Battle mode was developed from the desire to create a one-on-one mode where victory was not determined simply by competing for rank. Masato Kimura, who worked on F-Zero, served as the lead programmer for Super Mario Kart. Yeah, when this one came out, everybody loved it, man. Everybody loved it. Sequel's out the ass. I'm going to go with it's a 4 out of 5, folks.
Whew.
Pretty good. I might even go 0.5, but we'll just leave it at 4. You could be 4.5. Very good.
Who is your favorite character to pick?
I liked Yoshi, man.
Yoshi, okay.
I think, yeah, he was on there. And, yeah, it was it... There's so many versions, man. Yeah, I think it was Yoshi, yeah.
Yeah. Yoshi, who? Donkey Kong Jr., Yoshi, Bowser, Koopa Troopa, Mario, Toad, Luigi, and the Princess.
Oh, yeah. Who was yours?
Bowser. Love
yeah,
Bowser.
He was cool.
He was cool, and he looked so fucking ridiculous seeing the big enemy at the end of the game tucked on a fucking go-kart. Yeah, I like Bowser a lot. I want to know who pitched this and how that pitch went over in a Nintendo boardroom one day. Because I think it's a fucking brilliant idea. But if you're talking about the Mario games and then someone comes in there and is like, hey, why don't we take every character in the game and make them race go-karts?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like a weird idea.
Everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But man, did it ever work, man. Great game. Loved it. Still love it. My nephew's got a SNES, and we got that game and get down every once in a while when he whips it out when I go visit. So great game, timeless classic. Agree. I'd go 4.5 farts. I'd give him that extra 0.5. We mentioned it before and probably on many episodes. I think one of the trademarks of a good game is just longevity, and this game is still as fun as it ever was.
I was always the princess, yeah.
Oh, God.
Why does that not surprise me?
I knew it.
Oh, jeez.
I'll never apologize for my femininity.
Oh, God.
Good.
Brody, get in the cello. So, yeah. Go play it again if you have not. Get on a Switch or go find an old console or break it back out, man, because it'll be worth it. Of course, you know. So, yeah, man. You going anywhere this week for work, or are you pretty much stuck at the house?
I'll be stuck at the house. I don't think I'm going to be traveling until January until I'm fully healed, because I can't really lift my ladder, tool bags, shit like that. I'm not decrepit. I'm just not supposed to lift more than 5 pounds on my right arm for 12 weeks. So, and I really don't want to have to do another surgery. So, yeah, probably on desk duty until January. So, nice and chilling at the house. Probably not the worst time of year to do it, man. Holidays, kind of slow down and shit. Be chilling.
Oh, man. So, you got to do desk duty.
Yeah.
Desk duty. I ain't too bad, man. You'll be chilling, hanging out.
Trying to chill. Chill.
So has the old lady been doing the meal prep for you, or what's up with that?
I've been doing a little bit of it. This week, what did we get down? We had some sausage this week, a little bit of steak, as always, on the menu, some salmon, and she had something else, and I cannot remember what it was. She's been buying for herself and for work at lunch at work some of those prepackaged meals. I can't remember which company she gets, but the nutrition companies will prepackage you meals and shit. And
see, that would kill me, man, having to eat at work. I always had to get out.
yeah, she's. I
Well,
give her a lot of
you do save money, though. I will give her that. I mean, that's not a bad for saving money. I get it, but man, I hate doing that shit. Having to go in that fucking little break room and like
Ugh.
warm up a fucking Tupperware container or some shit.
Oh
Man,
no!
I like
Yeah,
going out and getting some shit.
she's very much a good office worker, and fits in, and she's got a good team. I give her credit. I know a lot of the people she works with. They're friends. They get along. They have a pretty good team. They stay busy, so days go by fast. So that's not as bad. But when I've worked in soul crushing environments, and I think the difference was I never loved my jobs. She loves hers, so I think it makes it it makes it a little easier. But yeah, I when I worked in like an office, I'm the same. Even when I brought lunch, I'd have to go to my car and eat or something like that.
Yeah, I'd go out of my car, smoke a few bowls, and dip somewhere, come back. Shit.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm glad. I'm better working at home, but I also do so much. I'm very busy. I stay busy. I knock my work out quick. If I need to work late and catch up on shit, I'll do it. I don't have a problem with that. I try to be fair with my time, but man, if I need to get some laundry started or take the trash out, get the mail and shit, I like being able to do that shit during the day.
so you pretty steady working during the day then?
I stay pretty steady. I think our work is almost how long it takes you to get your work done, but it balances out in the end. Like this time of the year, we're pretty slow. So, I mean, an honest week's of work is probably 25, 30 hours. When it's busy and storm seasons, things like that for me, you might be putting in 45, 50. So in the end, it all balances out. Pretty good work-life balance, but that's kind of how I like it.
Oh, I got you. Well, see, let's go ahead and get on some pill. Man, what a just horrendous week for picks here.
Yeah, you and I were both on NCAA sitting at 50%, 4 out of 8, 4 out of 8. Whis edged us with 5 out of 8. A little better on NFL, though, so don't fret just yet. 9 out of 16 for you, Grant Mills. You led the team. Came in right behind you, 8 for 16 for 50%, and Whis 7 for 16. Can't even pick on him because he edged us an NC double. And we're all 1 off. So your NFL picks weren't too bad.
What do you think about this week?
I think we got some good games lined up. Let me go ahead and kick off the NCAA. All right, let me get my... You know what? I have a handy-dandy notebook down here. And guess what my daughter did? She drew a bunch of fucking faces all over it. So I'm going to save the big game for last. I'm going to make... Whis. Is Whis still around wanting to pick? Oh, God, he never left. All right. We got some good games this week, though. Like I said, I have a feeling we're going to have another upset. I'm not going to be bold saying there's going to be several, but we're going to start off with Texas A&M at Ole Miss. Grant Mills, you like the Aggies or the Rebels?
Rebels.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Ole Miss has been playing pretty good. I'll go Ole Miss. Whis, who you got?
Y'all know I'm on the lane train.
Ole Miss for Whis on the lane train. Kansas State versus Texas. I know this one stands out as a quick Longhorns win, but Kansas State is not as bad as people would put them. I'm going to go Longhorns myself. Grant, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going Texas.
Yeah, they've been pretty good. Whis, what you say?
I'm going K-State now.
I don't think that's a bad pick. Notre Dame playing Clemson. Clemson's finally getting not good, but Notre Dame's still 7-2, number 12 in the country. They're playing at Clemson. Grant, who you got on this one?
Notre Dame.
I'm going to go underdog Clemson on this one. Notre Dame likes to shit an egg every year that they shouldn't, and I'm having a weird feeling that's going to be this week. So I'll take Clemson, even though I don't know why. Whis, who you got?
I'm going Clemson, yeah.
I like it. Great game coming up in the SEC East. Number 14, Mizzou. Is it not weird that Mizzou 1 is in the SEC East and 2 is a competitor for the SEC East this year? Mizzou at Georgia. Grant Mills, what do you think about this game and who you got?
I learned my lesson. I'm going Georgia.
Oh, I shouldn't, but I'm hoping against Georgia for the Alabama streak. I am going to go Mizzou. Surprises and shocks the football world. Whis, who you got?
GAO.
You guys are much smarter than I am. Penn State at Maryland. Again, I think this is a good game. Penn State's been really good. Maryland, man, have you watched any Maryland games? They actually have a good team. Talia, Kalua, Tagovailoa has played pretty good. They start really well, and then third, fourth quarter, they just start trailing. So number 9, Penn State, Nittany Lions at 5-3, Maryland. Grant Mills, who you got?
Penn State.
I'm going to make the good pick as well. Penn State. Whis, what you say?
I'm on Maryland, yeah.
Not a bad pick. This one's interesting too. 16 Oregon State, led by DJ Uiagalelei, versus, and back at home, primetime Colorado. So Oregon State at Colorado. Grant Mills, who you like?
Oh man, I'm gonna go Oregon State.
All right, I like that pick. I think Colorado gets their shit together. I see the Buffs coming back on this one.
On Colorado, yeah.
All right, this is a good game as well. We've actually got a pretty good lineup this week. Number 5, Washington. Man, they're undefeated. 8-0, 5-0 in the Pac-12 at USC. 7-2, 5-1 in the Pac-12. Number 24 in the country. Number 5, Washington at 24, USC. Grant Mills, who do you got?
Huskies.
I'm going to go underdog. I'm going to say USC comes back. Whis, what you say?
I'm going Huskies, yeah. I love Huskies. So cute.
They are cute. They're dopey dogs.
They're funny.
Oh, they are
got a lot
funny.
of energy.
Too much energy for my taste. All right, Grant Mills, our number 8 game and the most important game of the weekend. We've got number 8, Alabama, number 13, LSU at Tuscaloosa. Do I even have to ask who you got?
I can't. Man, this is a hard one though. But I'm gonna go Bama.
It's not an easy one. I agree with that. Putting my biases aside, Alabama and a mobile quarterback scares me. I think the bye week benefits Alabama. I think LSU had one as well. I could be wrong, but I think it benefits Bama. They're at home. Jaden Daniels is a really good quarterback, but Alabama's defense is so damn good. If they play well, if Alabama's offense can just mix it up like they did the second half against Tennessee, give their defense a break, let them rest, come out there, I think Alabama's going to win. Over under, we talked about that earlier, 60 points. I think they're under on that. Alabama's the favorite by now, but they're only a 3-point favorite. So you're looking at a 67-degree weather night in Tuscaloosa. We'll be sipping on duck farts, right? Yeah, no. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go Bama as well. Whis, what'd you say on that one?
You know I'm going Bama, yeah.
Roll Tide. All right. Well, that's our lineup. We got a lot of different ones this week. Let's see if my long shots play off. I bet they don't, but I think we're going to have a good week, good lineup, and some good times with the homies over here. So, all right. Grant, if you want to kick off the NFL for us.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and get into the NFL picks for this coming week. We are in week 9 already. Good lord, good lord. That is are we in week 9? Yeah, week 9. Duh. Thursday we got Tennessee and Pittsburgh. Yeah. Man, that's your team there. Who are you going with?
Yeah, I'm gonna rock the Steelers on it.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh as well. Whis.
Tennessee, yeah.
And now we got the Sunday slate coming up. This should be a good game. Miami at Kansas City.
Ooh, that will be a damn good game. You know what? I'm going to say MIA.
I'm going Kansas City. I think they get it back.
I'm going MIA, yeah.
Minnesota at Atlanta.
I'm going to go Minnesota.
Kirk Cousins is out for the season. I'm going Atlanta.
Ooh.
I'm going ATE.
We got Arizona at Cleveland.
Got to go to the Browns.
Yep, I'm going Cleveland.
Yeah, I know with it. Cleveland, yeah.
Los Angeles Rams at Green Bay Packers.
I'm going to go LA Rams.
Going LA too, man. Jordan Love sucks.
I'm going LA, yeah.
All right. We got Washington at New England.
I'm going to go Washington.
I'm going New England on that.
I'm going Washington, yeah.
We got Chicago at New Orleans.
Chicago at New Orleans. I'm going to go New Orleans.
Man, both not very good. I'm going New Orleans, though.
I'm going Chicago, yeah.
All right. And then Seattle at Baltimore.
Really? I'm going to go Baltimore.
Going Baltimore on that.
I'm going Seattle, yeah.
Got Tampa Bay at Houston.
Ooh. I'm going to go Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. I'm gonna go Houston on this one.
I'm going Tampa Bay, yeah.
I got Indianapolis at Carolina.
Got their first win, Bryce Young.
Yeah,
I don't think they do. Yeah, I don't think they do it again, though. I'm going to go Indy.
I'm going Indy.
I'm going Carolina, yeah.
Oh, yeah. New York Giants at Las Vegas. Oh, man. These two teams suck it. What do you think?
Oh, my God. You had something you were going to say. You pick first.
I'm going to go Vegas, actually.
Yeah, I think that's the route I'm going, man. The Giants just suck.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, yeah.
All right. And Dallas. We got a divisional game. Dallas at Philly.
Ooh, damn good game. Man, Dallas is fucking bipolar. They looked great this week. Philly. I think Philly's got it.
Yeah, I'm going Philly.
Y'all know I love a cheesesteak, yeah.
All right. Here we are. Buffalo at Cincy. Didn't they just play? Who the fuck? I feel like they just played.
Oh, God, we were doing last week's picks. Buffalo and Cincy. God. I need Cincy. I need Joe Burrow. 7-1 this year, or 7-1 so far.
They're on a roll, though.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cincy. I know you like Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo.
Y'all know I'm rolling with Joe Cool and Cincinnati, yeah.
They do call him Joe Cool, don't they?
They do.
Monday, November 6th, we got LA Chargers, New York Jets.
Oh, I'm going to go Jets.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jets, too. They've been doing good.
Yeah, I'm going LA, yeah. All day. LA, yeah.
All right. Boom, boom, boom. So we got Denver, Detroit, San Francisco, and Jacksonville on the bye. And that's it for the pick show.
Got a lot of good games this week, professional and collegiate. So I think we hope we see some fireworks, man. I was just actually checking that Colorado game's a 9:00 game, so we're gonna have some good evening slate on Saturday, and I think that's daylight saving too. Is that right?
Yeah, it's going happening this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be getting dark hella fast.
I hate that
You like
shit.
that? You don't like that? You like it when it's like 8 o'clock and then it gets dark, huh?
Yeah, man, I like the late night, the sun setting later in the evening. I don't like that 4 o'clock shit. It's not as bad that I'm mostly at home. It still sucks because it'll be like 5 o'clock. You look outside and you're like, God damn, is it bedtime? But it's not. But man, when I used to have to drive from downtown or some shit, working and stuff, and it gets dark at like 4:30, That sucks driving home in that bullshit.
Yeah, I can see that. I kind of like it sometimes, and well, I guess it just depends. So the thing is, make me get my ass up out of bed before 10 o'clock. I gotta stop doing that shit. They
Yeah.
want to get out early. I get home way earlier if I get out earlier. So,
Man, let's meet for some runs in the morning. You can go out on a 6 o'clock run and shit.
oh, you mean like an actual run? No.
Yeah. I've tried that. I'm not a morning workout person. I can't get down.
I don't like running, man. I think that shit's pointless.
Well, for longevity and health, it's not pointless and shit, but man, it sucks.
I mean, these fuckers that run all the time, you can't tell me that it's not like overexerting your fucking heart. You're running when you don't have to run. I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing this shit all the time? Like, your ass is your heart's gonna wear out, man.
You got to find a balance.
You're running every fucking day for an hour when you don't normally do that. Usually, the reason humans run is to, I don't know, you're getting chased by a bear or, some shit like that. I could see, like, training, but, like, an hour every day, like, it seems excessive. Like, what are you doing? Like, fucking, I don't understand.
I get bored after 30 minutes of it. I don't run fast, though. I really kind of slowly jog and shit. Nothing, but I've never been a really fast person. I used to have some good sprint speed. I could run decently fast for maybe even a 40 and a 60 because we had to do 60s in baseball. But yeah, after I hit that point, man, I just slowed down sluggish as hell. So yeah, I don't look forward to the time change. At least we kind of gain an hour back on some sleep, fall back. So that'd be kind of nice if Saturday we up late and some shit. Get you a little hour back for the next day. Good slate of games though this weekend. I think the 2:30 games, that Missouri-Georgia game we talked about, Alabama starting at 6:45, and Colorado and Oregon State at 9 o'clock. So that's probably going to be the lineup I said over at the house. Although we also got Oklahoma and Oklahoma State playing. Oklahoma losing to Kansas this weekend. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud as I'm going through the games. California at Oregon. I know you like the Ducks, number 6. And what else we got? Purdue and Michigan. Looking at the other games in the slate. It's going to be a fun weekend. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
What it do?
Ooh. You got any thoughts or final thoughts or anything? You want to get off your chest, quotation?
You know what? There's a great quotation from The Witch. I normally do some liquor and whiskey, but man, this is a scary movie. If you've never seen The Witch, go watch it. You've got one more day. Happy Halloween tomorrow. But Thomasina in the movie said, "When I sleep, my spirit slips away from my body and dances naked with the devil."
Oh,
she was a creepy bitch in that movie. The Witch, great movie. I think it came out in like 2016. Go watch it if you haven't.
Oh, go watch it, bitches. Whis.
I'm out, y'all. I'm gonna cuddle with baby. How are you?
Ugh.
Yeah, he really didn't say anything. That guy, he's so whipped. He's so whipped. So, episode 120, check out the old episodes all the way down to the first one, all the way back up to this one, 120, and also, I hope you guys have a great week, a great weekend. Come back here, 9:30 in the fucking dirty, folks. I'm going to leave you with this. I love being married. It's so great to find that one special person you want to annoy for the rest of your life. Rita Redner. All you guys have a great week and great weekend. Like I said, it's back here, 9:30 in the dirty. We'll see you then. Love ya!
you.